Welcome to the biggest little city in the world, Reno, Nevada. Mackey Stadium, home to the Nevada Wolfpack, where we have hit the jackpot responsibly with this matchup. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Navy Midshipmen, taking on another team from the Big 12 in an intra-conference matchup, the Nevada Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. On first down, here comes this offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Movement here from the tight end. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Lewis to throw. Lofts one high and deep. He's got it up to 30. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to them and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Here's the handoff. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
A manageable distance on third down as they try to convert from the 20. Got it, looking for a first. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Lewis wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
Man, these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So Even when they don't have wide open wide receivers, you still expect them to fit that ball in there and make it happen.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Fires into the end zone. Just threw that one way too far.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Offense getting set for first down. The give out of the gun. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
Pickup of 5. Second down coming up.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Chapman. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Wants to throw on first down. Getting some heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stacks. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And he's got it at the tag. Touchdown, midshipman. What a catch and run for 6.
Number 7.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the point after is good. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Nevada, 3.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. The throw. Makes the catch. It's Brown. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Line getting set on 2nd down. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and we'll get ready to change sides for the 2nd quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Navy 7, Nevada 3.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
He'll keep it on the sneak. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
The Wolfpack will have 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Lewis to throw. Fires to the tight end. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42.
2-9.
They go to the draw. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
And you try to sneak this in here, right? 3rd down, kind of manageable situation, not too far, not too short, where maybe I can throw the football, but I sneak that draw, and their defense said, no, sir, I'm ready for that, stuffs them on the 3rd down.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch past the sticks. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. They keep attacking through the air. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The #1 job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not. But my #1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
And Navy will go back on the attack. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last.
Afterburner's coming. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Navy!
And QBs love their big tight ends, especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He'll start this drive firing. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. Nevada going quickly. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Going up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Lewis wants to pass. This time it's complete. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Number 9.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. At the 35, he's got room. Hit the afterburners, kid. And what a huge play for this offense after that great run.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has, run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody blocking, getting a hat on a hat, creating the explosive run.
Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the run. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Navy quick to the line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. On first down from the 13-yard line. The corners are walked up tight. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Operating in the red zone here on second down.
Hurries up, second down.
6-9-1, Gators score!
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Timeout, Navy.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll try it over the left side. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, midshipman.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Maryland is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this is the type of day that can crush morale. They're trailing by 14 to Kennesaw State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime.
Fires and picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, on that interception, he had time to get through his progression. There was nothing open downfield, so he went to his back on the check down. Good decision, just way too late getting there, and the defender was able to jump the throw and come away with the pick.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got a wide open receiver. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
Fast motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Navy quick to the line. DB's right up on the receivers. From the gun, they'll try the middle. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Touchdown, Navy! And they take it in for 6 more points. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the returner is stopped.
1st and 10.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Lewis to throw. Looking for the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Nevada set to kick off to start the 3rd quarter. Bringing it back. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And Navy will go back on the attack. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Off play action on 1st down. Using his legs to buy some time. Makes a grab on the right. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
At the 35, he's loose. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, midshipman. And the beatdown has ensued.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Nevada going quickly. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Motion from the offense. Lewis wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Zings it complete to the right. Tackled after picking up the first down. This Nevada offense really has it going.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Finds his tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the fires into traffic. Intercepted. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. Second interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
Just a short pass to the tight end. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Looking for a man. It's Horvath. He lobs one high down the left side. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown, Navy! And the route is on.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Quarterback checking the play. Looking to pass on second down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Oh, man. The quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
On third down, he drops to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback.
Nevada comes to the line after getting the first down. He'll go to the draw. Got the first down and still on his feet. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Lewis to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Ball still spotted at the 34. It's 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
It is hard to get sacks on screens. I mean, the offensive linemen stay with you for a little bit. Defensive linemen squirt through. A lot of times they read the screen and backpedal. Not on this one. They got through, got to the quarterback, got him on the ground. Not good execution by the offense, but still counts as a sack.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Right down the middle. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Going to try to get it himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
On the move at the 30. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Easy. Terrier.
Back to pass, it's Horvat. Feeling some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
He wants to pass it on second down. And that pass intercepted. Bringing it back. The 40. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Nevada. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Snapped it in the shotgun. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Navy 42, Nevada.
Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. A quick timeout called by the kicking team here. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. And here comes the Navy offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle.
And he makes the catch inside the 25. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15.
Double right.
They'll go back to the ground. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
They'll leave it with him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play at
Incomplete.
the end zone.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. They've already put this game in a hammerlock, and now they'll go for the submission hold on 4th and goal. To throw, it's Horvath. He makes a grab. Touchdown, midshipman. And the stomping has commenced. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
He's going for the big play. He caught it. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Navy! And the punishment has been extended. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Wyoming was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans in Laramie. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been Cowboys Nation, who will enjoy this win. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Looking to throw for it. And it's his 4th interception of the night. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37. A first down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense.
And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Wide receiver coming across in motion. A first down run on the doorstep. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal?
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Guided out of bounds at the 32 after a good return. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Lewis wants to pass. Gets rid of it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Now 2nd and 10. Quarterback checking off. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
On third down, going up top. Unloads to the wideout. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
I think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. That pass is incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
The give and tick, 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 tick.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again to go score a TD.
Navy will have it with a 1st and goal. And they'll take a knee on 4th down. Happy with their performance so far, and they'll turn it over in the waning moments. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And in a 2-possession game, they'll take a knee. Defense can stop it a couple of more times. With these last 2 plays, they've just taken this drive and thrown it right into the fire. Can they snatch it out on 3rd and goal? This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out.